Welcome to the really Randumb podcast with Colton, Pettyjohn, and Drew Bolden. Hey guys, when are you going to drop the "ran" from your name?
Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton. That's Drew, and I can't even keep a straight face.
Hey guys!
Well, first of all, if you're listening to this and you're not watching, you're doing yourself a terrible disservice.
Injustice.
Injustice is
Jesus,
the word.
Good to see you.
You look like an 80s cop.
Hey,
I look like I'm going undercover.
Spread it and frisk. No, you know what? Okay, so the reason why we're talking about this, if you're just listening, Colton and I have shaved everything but our mustaches.
And I mean everything.
Like literally everything.
If you could see my whole...
butt. My pubescent hair.
No.
I did. You want to see?
No.
I actually shaved a mustache into. But we're really random. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden.
Yeah,
that's Colton
right.
Pettyjohn. I'm Drew Bolden. You know what? Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the love on our Hot Ones video.
Yes.
What the hell is happening?
We had a lot of fun making it, and we went through a lot of pain, and we did a whole lot of. We did a whole lot of editing to it. We took our time. It took about a week and a half to get it all together.
Yep.
But finally, when we released it, the first day we got a lot of love from it. And then I thought it was going to taper off after a couple of days, and so far it keeps going. So we love and appreciate the support from everyone. Glad you liked it. And unfortunately, but fortunately, I feel like because that video did so well, we're going to have to start going down that avenue. Maybe not exactly
Hot wings.
But
well, I have it. I have Da Bomb up here because that one took our spirits.
Man, I was...
Oh, we saw.
Like someone said, it looked like I was like had an out of body experience, like I wasn't on planet Earth anymore. Yeah, it was. I think it's the first video that we've ever done where during the middle of making the video, I didn't even realize that we were making a video. Like I did, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I was on camera.
Yeah.
I didn't hide my
you can
emotions
tell.
at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm just sitting there like, dude, and I'm crying. Like
the part where you go, look, we're gonna have to get a trash can or something because I gotta spit. That was the most Colton moment of all time because you can't be anyone else in that moment.
No, I was like, and it wasn't. I never thought I was gonna throw up, but I had this like.
It's all right.
I don't know what it was, but I was like. The only relief I could get was spitting, and spitting helped. That was the only thing that helped. Drinking whatever, milk, beer, water, none of that helped. I did have cottage cheese under the table that I was going to use as my secret weapon.
See, I didn't even know you had that.
I totally forgot about it until the end of the video. I looked down and I was like, oh yeah.
Cottage cheese. Well, I just want to also mention again, I want to talk about our mustaches. There's no real reason we did it. It's quarantine. And one day I was just tired of my beard because I had a beard in the Hot Ones video. And I was like, you know what?
It
was a bushy
grizzly beard.
It was a grizzly. They call me a bear in the gay community. Am I bear? Maybe I'm a cub. I don't remember.
I know.
Anyway, I was just reading the comments. But anyway, so I just decided to shave it into a handlebar mustache, and after I did it, I looked in the mirror and I went, "That I'm my dad." So I'm gonna get rid of it as soon as this video's over. Let us know what you think. But Colton, he was FaceTiming with his sister, and he was FaceTiming with Sarah earlier, and they both said we looked like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
And then I think Sarah said, "You look like how when you put those." In movies, the disguises where they put glasses on and has a fake nose and a mustache. That's what Colton looks like.
That's
Look
right.
at that. It looks like you're a little kid trying to
buy
alcohol.
I have a huge nose. I get it. So it looks like
and that's not a fake nose. That's a real thing.
That's the real, yeah.
But also look at the difference in skin tone here. Look at this. I look like the color of these lights we have, and Colton looks like a nice, the like a medium steak. I look like rare.
Oh
yeah.
I don't
like
know
pinkish,
colors. So
right, because you're colorblind. Well, anyway, you look tanned and handsome, and in disguise, and I look like a ghost sheet. brings you buyers. I don't know.
You relate to your KKK rally?
No,
With the,
Shut the hell up.
But also, so right after I shaved, because we were talking about doing it,
Yeah,
I
was
shaved today, and I was like, okay, well, let's do it. And after I shaved, I was like, okay, let's just go all out for this video. So I was like, I'm gonna put these fake glasses on. I'm gonna wear a hat, and then
you do that.
Let's just douche it all the way up and wear jerseys. So we're out here. I look like, you know what I look like? I look like one of those guys who has those big ass headphones on with the roller skates that's on Venice Beach. He's just like, and it's like an A-track. He's got
and the ones
tape,
that go like,
and I'm just like
on ear. It's just like the felt thing. There's no rim around it.
and I'm just grooving, and I'm doing these twists and turns, and I'm not even paying attention to the world, and I'm just like, and everyone's just like, man, why is this guy so happy?
No, dude, you're hot.
Because he's gay, probably. Freddie Mercury is what we look like.
Yeah. I got a Freddie Mercury, but he didn't have a Foo this one, did he? Or did he have more of yours feather duster?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Queen.
I know, yeah, they're overrated. They're good, but they're overrated. We're going to lose a lot of subs for that. And speaking of, thank you. We have like 20 more subs than last week. So like all of this has been really great. Like we had such a good time making that video, and I know it sounds like it's nothing, but 20 to us, like we kept like going from
teetering
4,002 subscribers back down to 3,990 something.
Yeah.
And now we finally got to 4,010. So we're like, yeah, we did it. And we have more fan mail we could talk about later.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about anything we were going to outline it, but you know what? Whatever.
We're flying.
I'm free balling, dude.
Free ball.
But
and if you were thinking like, how do you guys have 4,000 subscribers? If you didn't watch any of our stuff back in the day, we started making videos back in 2010 or 11, and we slowly kind of built up our following and our crowd. And at one point, believe it or not, I know it doesn't seem to be true, but at one point, almost every video we put out, we would have around 1,000 views in a week.
Yeah,
so we had a decent following, and then most of you know the story about our account getting hacked, and it deleted all our videos and blah, blah, blah. So we kind of had to start from scratch, but we have stayed right on that 4,000 border. And
Dude, at one point,
it's growing a little more. So
yeah, at one point we were close to 4,500, and then I think maybe not. It was like 44, maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we're back at it again with the white Vans.
Yeah.
What's that? Daniel?
Daniel.
God, that was an awful video. But so do you want to talk about the fan mail? Do you want to go into the quick hitters? What I mean, it's our podcast.
Yeah.
You're just living in it.
The term fan mail is weird because we're just
yeah, I know. But it is. She's a fan, and she sent us mail.
I know, but when I think of fans, I think like, oh yeah.
Well, if you don't think Natalie does that, you're crazy. Because that's
every
how
time she
expect
watches
it.
our videos, she's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, needs a towel. But sorry. But no, she messaged us on our Instagram at really random DUMB, and she said, "Hey, I really want to send you guys something." And it took her a damn minute, but hey, we got it. Thanks, Natalie. We weren't sitting by our mailbox or anything waiting for you to send it.
We
weren't.
Is it in there? Or?
Yeah.
We got nothing better to do in this quarantine.
Hey, beside each other.
So she made us this postcard, which is awesome.
Yeah,
and she
it looks like a ransom letter.
No, she it looks like she cut out snippets from magazines or stuff like that, and she put together a sentence.
I'll put it up. So yeah.
Well, do you want to read it?
No, I want you to read it.
Nah, I'm good.
So on the front it says, "We started by doing things differently, and then this is different. This was like in little, and then it goes really big. It says bold movements," which I immediately thought she was talking about my bowel movements. Bold bowel movements. Yeah, that's what I went with it. But she didn't. She probably meant it.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a serious, meaningful, and you're like, ooh, well,
shitting. Yeah, I know, that's what I do. It's how we do it. Then she said bold movements. Did you just do what I think you did?
No, just keep going.
All right, you snarkling over there. Snarkling. I'm just going to start over. Natalie, we love you so much. This is your moment. Here we go. "We started by doing things differently, and our bold movements," which I thought was about shitting, "reclaiming, challenging the year, made us realize maybe we weren't so crazy after all." And it's a nice Is it water? It's water. I thought it was mountains. Maybe it's mountains. You know what? As for a photographer,
It's mountains.
could have been a better picture.
Hey, no, you're a jackass.
Natalie, I love you. Come on. You're
And
single.
I think this is actually a really
It is a really
boils
nice message. So yeah,
down to it. This
you
is
be serious. I couldn't.
I don't know. It's I definitely think it's geared towards us, and maybe she just randomly put words together and didn't put any thought into it.
I think she
but
put thought into it.
I definitely think this is. I like this. Like it's the bold move. I mean, hey, it takes idiocracy to do what we do, to come out here and assume that people want to watch our videos and put ourselves out there, be morons for others' entertainment. But hey, maybe we're not so crazy after all.
That's what it says.
That's what the
No, it was really cool. Thank you, Natalie, for saying. Do we want to read what she said, or do you
I
want to
don't
keep
know,
that to
but-
ourselves? You want to be like a nice
this
personal
is our
touch.
personal message.
Yeah, yeah.
But also she
did say.
suggested couples yoga for maybe a video idea,
You know
which
what?
I don't think is a bad idea.
So here's
In couples
here's the-
yoga, do you get to
do we
get
massage each other?
warm with your form?
Ooh. It's gonna be naughty when I touch your body. I was look. So here's the. Well, no, we're gonna put it right next to. Actually, I need one on my side. No. We'll put it on your side.
Just
Whatever. We'll do it later. Natalie, thank you so much.
Love
I
it.
think the only way I'll do couples yoga is if Natalie's the one massaging us. Yoga.
I don't
No,
think
it's yoga.
I was like, yoga has
when
nothing
I'm
to do with
thinking of
massage.
I'm thinking of couples massage. Dang it. Well, hey, can we do that instead, and you be the one couple massaging my couple?
Okay. So, have you ever done? Well, I haven't done yoga. Period.
Couples yoga. That sounds awful.
But what about hot yoga?
I haven't done any
It's
sort
like
of yoga.
180 degrees in there, and you do yoga, and you sweat your dick off. So
It's so funny because it looks like you're a little kid in disguise trying to buy alcohol, or buy like a rated M game at GameStop. You're like,
hello. No, I'm old enough to drink. Can I buy this
Hey.
pitcher of vodka? Pitcher of
at
vodka.
GameStop? A pitcher? It'd be like, oh, he's got to be from a different country.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Can I get a point of Guinness? And they'd be
A
like,
point.
Oh Lord, no, I don't like that. That's whatever. But you know what? I think we look handsome, and if you think anything else, let's try that again.
Yeah.
I think we look handsome, and if you think anything else, I'm gonna try that again. I think we look handsome, and if you don't think we look handsome,
Yeah.
then you don't like masculinity. Hey, there we
Hey,
go.
back to reality. Oop, there goes
There
gravity.
goes gravity.
Babbity.
Mom spaghetti. What are we talking about?
I have
dude?
no idea.
We have an outline, but we just flipped it off and said, "Go talk to yourself."
So-
Wait. I have a quick thing before you
Talk
go.
to me.
Okay, so that's Colton's thing of getting me
I
back on track.
hate that. I hate that I do that.
Yeah.
But I do that.
So I really want to get like I've had a sweet tooth lately, and I was thinking about what I wanted to get, and I was looking up like what I wanted for a dessert, and I was like, maybe cake, maybe a cupcake or pie. I was like, you know what? I love pie. And did you know that a slice of apple pie in Jamaica is $2, and then a slice of apple pie in in the Bahamas is $2.50? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just saying those are the pie rates of the Caribbean.
Hey.
Yeah! Come on. Thank you. I definitely
that.
I made it up. I for
like
sure.
that.
I saw that on Reddit, I think.
Oh, it's so good.
And I started dying. I was like, I'm saying this on the podcast.
That's good. Okay.
You had no idea where this was going, did
No.
you? You knew it was a joke though, because
Yeah.
when you know it's a joke, you do this face, you go, okay.
I tried to
right.
keep it very like, all right, I'm just gonna listen. Honestly, but hey, you know what's weird? I know. Well, I'm just never mind. I normally don't have a sweet tooth, but every once in a while, it's this like 2%
Milk.
of the time, I get this very brief craving of this is what I want.
Yeah.
And if I don't get it within 5 to 30 minutes,
You angry?
no, I'm over it.
Oh.
And so like the other day we went to, so we probably talked about this before. Flex on them hoes. We've talked about it before, I think, but we have this place down the street called Andy's. It's the frozen custard place.
Yeah.
And we love going there. And normally they are the ones like, hey, you want to go to Andy's?
That's not how we ask it. So we won't be talking about it at all. And we do this joke at our house because we're funny, where we'll all just be doing our own thing, all in different rooms. And then someone will randomly just go, we're not talking about it, but someone will go, fine, we'll go to Andy's. Yeah. So it's like, okay, fine, twist my arm enough and we'll go. It's stupid, but we have a fun time. Thanks for subscribing.
But the other day was like the first time that I suggested, like, hey, let's go.
And it was in the middle of the day, and I was like,
yeah,
he's crazy.
So we ended up going later that night. We go, get it, bring it back. Mm-hmm. I have 2 bites, put it in the freezer. And
in the time that you took 2 bites, Greg ate all of his.
Yeah. But because once I got it and I took a bite, I'm like, I don't want this anymore. I don't have a sweet tooth. Like, I'm not in the mood for it anymore. And so normally it'll take me several days to get back to where I want to eat it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it happens while I'm at work, but I'm like, well, I'm at work, I can't. And by the time I get home, I'm not feeling it anymore. And so the other night, I was laying in bed. This happens and I think you guys like that I don't eat my stuff very often.
Nah,
because
we don't eat it.
Because the other night it was 1 a.m. I don't know how I was still up because I had work the next day. But I was chilling in my bed about to fall asleep, and I got a text from Greg and was like, hey, are you going to eat your Andes? And it had been, I'll be fair. It had been like
3 days,
4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, that's all yours, baby. And, and then he sent me back appreciative message that I cannot say.
I know what he said. He said, can I suck your dick?
No.
I'm editing it. It's fine. Go fuck yourselves. You know what? You want to say the thing that you get bleeped out all the time? Where do we live, Colton?
No, that's the joke has run its course.
Okay.
We'll not talk about that anymore. But do we want to go ahead and jump into our quick?
Oh, I thought for sure you'd hit me with it. No. All right, I'm surprised.
We're rocking and rolling.
You got your disguise on.
Patrol.
You're not Snow Patrol, chasing cars. Yeah. So I want to talk about this, and I think we talked about something a little bit similar last time, of waterproof versus like water resistant things.
Yeah. About how our technology, like, shouldn't it be more advanced?
Yeah, we can prevent children, but we can't prevent something from getting
damage?
waterlogged. Yeah. Jeez, come on. That's all I got.
Oh,
thank you. And thank you guys for listening. Thanks for
appreciate you. We live in Texas.
That's fine. Hey, 1-on-1 with Cristobal. Anyway, so the nobody knows what that is. So I in my shower, this is not going where you think it's going, but I like to touch up my facial hair in the shower. I got a little razor in there, and sometimes I just kind of know where I want it to be shaved, so I just kind of do it by ear, do it by sight, do it by feel.
Yeah,
thank you.
by
ear. Oh, deaf people won't like it. But so I got this thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start trimming up my neck. I'm gonna say my chin. I'm not going anywhere with this. Anyway, basically, I bought this mirror for the shower, and I went, you know what? I probably need to get a non-fog or a fogless mirror or whatever it's called. So it was like fog resistant. Yeah. And it said, will not fog up with fog. It won't fog up. It's non-foggy, right? Well, I buy it, and guess what? I bought it, and the first day I had it, I put it in the shower, far away from the thing, far away from where the water comes out. And like 2 minutes into the shower, it's fogged all the way up. So I'm like, ah!
How much was it?
It was like $15 or something.
Oh,
yeah.
It
wasn't like $2.
Cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get it right, because if I get a cheap one, it gonna fog. But guess what? Spent $15 and it fogged. Like, come on. Like, what is the point of saying it's fogless if it gets fogged?
So do you have to put some sort of like on your windshields, you have to put like Rain-X for it to beat up and trickle off?
Yeah. I don't
do you
think
have
so.
to
It didn't
put
say that.
some stuff on it?
I don't know. Maybe a completely new mirror.
Yeah,
because that doesn't work.
So get this mirror.
Yeah,
and then once you have the mirror, then buy another mirror and put on top of it.
Throw that one away.
And then...
and I was like, and I looked. I even looked at the box, and I was like, I looked at directions, but there wasn't any, and there wasn't anything else.
What's to direct?
I know. I was like, maybe I need to rub something on there. I don't know. Yeah. And I looked, and there wasn't. So if you guys have a fogless mirror that don't fog up, let me know, because I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get my refund, and I'm gonna take a video. and I'm going to say, hey, does this look like it ain't fogging to you? And then I'm going to send it to him, and it's fogged.
Speaking of refunds, did we ever talk about the...
Oh, no, we haven't.
The Cosmic Brownie.
Dude, it was worth it. Go ahead.
So back in the day when Drew and I first moved in together in that little small-ass house that we had, it was a one-room...
The studio we talked about.
Yeah. Drew at the time had already dropped out of school, right?
Oh, and maybe. Which time?
I don't know. But
my dad's really proud of me. We're not talking.
So you were and you weren't working at the time, so you were just chilling at home, and so it was funny because I was like, well, you have nothing better to do.
No, I think I was working, but I was trying to save up a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
That was when I was at Red. It was at my old sales job, and no, I was like in the saving money mood. So much so, I'll take over from here if that's all right.
So, do you know what Cosmic Brownies are? I mean, you know what it is.
I know what they are. I love them.
So, these little Debbie snacks, and they're pre-made brownies that come in these packages.
Hostess.
Is it Hostess?
I don't know. I just don't want everyone to be like, it's the Hostess,
well,
Little
it's
Debbie's.
one of the who cares?
Yeah.
They have some that have nuts on them, and then the Cosmic Brownie, they have these little
like candies.
Yeah, they're
it's like
multicolored candy things on top.
Like little bitty, I would say like little tiny like M&M minis kind of, but a little bit smaller.
It's a little treat.
Yeah, it's nice. So every brownie has like, I don't know, 20 of those little dots on there, maybe 15 to 20. And so I bought one, and it was the jumbo ones because I'm a fat kid. And I opened the box and I pull one out, and there's like 2 little candies on the whole brownie, and I went, okay, I'm going to take a picture and send it to them. So I put that aside and went, well, maybe not all of them are like that. Pull out another one, and that one has 3 on it. And I'm like, well, at least we're getting more. Pull the next one out. It had 1. It had 1 little candy on it. And I went, this is it! Enough! Thanks, Obama! I don't know what year it was, but he was
definitely president.
I was so pissed. I didn't blame Obama. He was actually... not a nightmare, but I took a picture of all of them, and I think the one that had the most had like 5 little candies.
Yeah.
And I know what you're thinking. First world problems. Well, guess what? You're right. And so...
Where do we live, though?
Yeah.
We're in the first freaking world.
So I went... Now you got to start saying... But yeah, so...
Before you go anywhere, I wonder if that package or whatever... this guy knew it was his last day there, and he said, screw it. And then he gets up there, and he's just like, I don't know how they, but if they're on like a assembly line, and they're coming down one after another, and you're supposed to sprinkle them on top or whatever, he's probably just like...
He just... There's like 10, and he had like the amount you're supposed to put on one, and you just went...
Yeah. He's just like paying, or he's looking down at his phone, like texting some chick saying, this is my last day.
What's up, girl? Slide in a D. Yeah. So then I lay them all out. I still ate them. Duh. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a little something out of this. So I took a picture of them, and I emailed whoever it was, Hostess Little Debbie's customer service. And I said, hello, sir or ma'am. I just want you guys to know that I love Cosmic Brownies. They probably thought I was like 400 pounds, dude. They were like, this guy is so fat. He lives in his mother's basement. He plays Overwatch all the time, which Overwatch wasn't out at the time.
And in all actuality, you were only like 380 something.
Yeah. I was on a slimmer time. But anyway, so took a picture of them all, sent the email, and I worded it something like, I bet if I went back, I could find out what I said. But I don't remember where the hell when I sent it. But it was probably on my Skate for Fate 08 email.
Yeah.
But skate or die, Ida. And so I typed in the email, and I said like, I really enjoy Cosmic Brownies, and the whole reason I get it is because the candies, like that's like the best part of the brownie. And I was really upset when there was only 1 or 2. See picture attached. Please understand that I will still buy yours, whatever. This is so stupid now that I'm saying it, but I'm telling you because look.
It's so good.
I loved this moment because it took me like 30 minutes out of my day after work, but I felt like a Karen. And so I sent the email.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I don't know. I just...
Did you say, can I speak to your manager?
No, I should have though. Dang it. I should have got the haircut. But I said something along the lines of, I don't think I ever mentioned like, can I have my money back or something. I think I said, is there any way I could get a new box or is there, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a free brownie or something. I don't know if I said if I want anything for free, but anyway, I got an email back like the next day. And they said,
Quick response.
yeah, it was great. So Hostess or
Great
Little
customer
Debbie's,
service.
yeah, can't even sponsor us. So I got a response back the next day. I was like, oh my gosh, they're probably going to be like, sorry for your inconvenience. I hope that we can make this right. I hope we'll keep you as a customer. But no, they said, hey, what is your address? We'll send you a check for a new box of brownies. Come on. And they sent it. And it was like I got the check in the mail like a week later, and it was like for $3.12. And I was
Worth
like,
it.
woo, Colton, look at this. And guess what I
Going
bought?
on a shopping spree.
Guess what I bought? I bought 2 boxes because they were on sale.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the big jumbo ones, and then I bought the little tiny ones. But it just goes to show you, if you set your heart to something and you complain enough,
Something's gonna happen.
You're gonna get a free box of Cosmic Brownies. But I wasn't an asshole about it, though.
Yeah,
I wasn't like,
good.
what in the bunch of bad words is this other bad word? I'm never gonna eat this shit.
Bad word
again. But it was just kind of a funny little thing because I never expected a response, and they're like, hey,
is that the fattest you've ever felt?
That's a fat moment for sure. Yeah. And according to my friend Daniel, I got fat. I'm gonna post the screenshot of that. I'm pissed. You know what? Listen.
Who?
Daniel. He's messaged me. He's Asian, so he doesn't even know how to eat regular food anyway.
Oh, okay.
And he goes,
I don't stand by that.
That's okay. Whatever. It's my stance. Look, listen, people.
I mean, they do eat bat soup in Wuhan. I mean,
Daniel, it's your fault we're in this damn quarantine. But anyway, so you know what?
Daniel.
Hey, whenever he doesn't, no, I don't like his shoes. So whenever you post, whenever you put yourself out there online, say a podcast, videos, whatever, people feel the need to tell you how you need to do stuff or how you need to dress or act or whatever. It just comes with the territory. You want to feel included. But going by it, just messaging me out of nowhere saying you got fat? You calling this fat? Look at I am the skinniest I've ever been.
Yeah.
And according to Colton, I've gained 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds, but I'm growing into it.
Who's to know?
The scale does when I broke it.
I do think it's interesting. You bring up a good point where a lot of times, and I think helpful criticism or critiques or stuff like that, I always want to grow. I want to get better. I want to do this podcast.
Apparently I have grown.
I want to do this podcast. I want to do this YouTube, these videos as well as possible. I want to be more entertaining. I want to get more views and all that stuff. And so I don't mind when people do helpful hints of, hey, I really like when you do this, but maybe you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that kind of stuff. But I also think it's interesting when people say, so you should do this on your channel. And I'm like,
Shelly.
No, I wasn't going to. I'm not specifically talking to her. Maybe you are. I just think it's like, okay. Or you can make your own videos and you can do that.
Yeah, it's
because
human nature.
I do think
I guess
there is something to being helpful, but it's also like, well, this is our thing.
Yeah.
And it's our art form.
Mm-hmm.
I see this as a way of expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
And I don't mind I don't mind changing things up, but I also want to be me. Yeah. And I want you to be. Yeah. And that's the biggest reason why I wanted to start this podcast was back when we made videos, we were ourselves, but we also kind of tightened the lid on what we could and couldn't say.
Like sexual things and bad words and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I just wasn't open and ready to do that. I wasn't ready to show my family and friends that side of me. But now it's like
they're
I'm an adult.
Child.
Yeah, I'm an adult and I can do what I want. And I think that's what makes this so good and pure is we're being 100% us. Mm-hmm. There are a few things that we still take out.
There are a few things that Colton makes me take out that I say, but I might take out some of the things I said earlier, but if not,
I hope you do.
Okay.
One in particular, you said something
about Asians.
No, I don't think. Oh. Well, anyways, so I do think it's interesting when people. I said, I think. I would think it would be similar to if someone's a photographer and they post pictures and someone goes, hey, I really like your pictures, but you should do this.
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
should
yeah.
try this, or you should change this, or
Yeah.
you should. And it's like, okay. If
Okay.
it's helpful hints to make their things, make their pictures a little better, then yeah. But if they say, hey, you should go, instead of taking pictures of nature, you should go take pictures of race cars. It's like, well,
Yeah,
screw off.
Yeah.
I want to do what I want to do.
Why don't you zoom on out of here? Race car? Pirates of the Caribbean.
So
I'll just go back in. No, but I also think. Look, we have this up here, but we're definitely getting to yours.
I want to get to both our segments.
You know what? I can save mine till later. I don't want to get to yours because I actually want to make this the segment because we have talked about this before. So people who are artistic, Jesus, that was people. So let me tell you what's wrong with people with autism. Okay,
No,
just kidding.
No.
Okay. No, I'm not. I do not want that to be on record. But people who have as their career, as their job field, whatever, that is some sort of art, photography, video,
or like liberal arts,
or liberal arts, whatever, poet, writer, whatever, right? If someone and I've noticed this too because we have quite a few like friends who do like photography. Seems to be the biggest one, but like. Yeah. People will want you to take photos of them for free, or they'll say for exposure. Yet they already have their own business as a photographer. I'm talking about like friends who do this as like their like a business. So I have two people that I have in mind, and one of them was your wedding photographer, Colton. And I remember seeing, and she talked about this too. She made this big long post. Her name is Isabel. I don't have what her thing is, but anyway, so she made this long post one time and it was really sweet in how she worded it, but I could tell
by the way, I love her.
She's
stay
great.
In contact with, well, I don't stay in contact, but I still follow her and she does great work, but continue. Yeah.
And so she
I think
was
I know
one,
what you're talking about.
Yeah, so she had one, and then there was another one of our friends, Ileana. I don't know how much she takes pictures anymore, but Ileana will be more like, you guys are stupid.
Blunt.
Yeah, which I love. And Isabel is just really sweet, I think, from that at that point, but I'm not saying that that Ileana isn't.
No, she's not.
She's got a little more fire in her. But anyway, so she said something like, I hate when people tell me that, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it off the top of my head because this was not one that we had prepared. She said something to along the lines of, just because I take pictures for a living, doesn't mean that I want to do it for free. Or for you for free or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So like people just assume that if you have a job that's fun, like something like that, taking pictures or doing video or whatever, and I'm sure Natalie's dealt with this too.
Yeah.
Because Natalie takes pictures or does videos and they're awesome. But like when people just say like, hey, can you do this video for me for free, or try to take advantage of them, like, hey, can you give me a discount? And you're like, I don't think you understand how much time that I take out of my day to do not only the photo shoot itself, which could be like 2 to 3 hours, if that at max, but the editing and the color correction and all the other bullshit that I don't know about photography. You have to think about that. Like, think if someone said, like if you're a lawyer, I'm sure lawyers get this too. Like, hey, can you do lawyer stuff for me because I'm your friend or your family member or whatever? Like, think about how much time, and do you want to do your job any more than you have to?
Exactly.
Time
is money.
Yeah, that doesn't benefit yourself, I guess. But maybe some people have it out of the goodness of their heart. But people who want to make money doing an art, don't take advantage of them.
So, and I can see in one regard, if I am an artist or if I am a photographer or something like that, and I can see selfishly a benefit of doing this for cheap or for free, because it may give me exposure or something like that, I would totally understand. But I would never. So when it comes to family members and friends, I don't. If I know someone that is an artist or something like that, like even like with Celeste, who's our friend, and I wanted a painting from her, and I still need to reach out to her about that. But
get with it.
I'm 100%. I'm going to pay her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not expecting this for free.
Yeah.
And same thing with if someone were to come and take pictures of we've talked about doing like a photo shoot or something to revamp our pictures, and we kind of just did it at home. But if we were to do some sort of photo shoot like that, even if it's someone that we know, I wouldn't expect that for free. And
yeah, exactly.
It's like you said, it's your art form, it's your way of expressing yourself. And just because it's fun or it seems like a cool job to have doesn't mean that, well, they'd be fine doing it for free. They'd be okay.
Yeah.
Don't try to take advantage of those people that are creative and artistic. Like we were talking about this a little earlier, but you make some videos, you kind of freelance and do video editing, and I've done it in the past as well. And there have been times in the past where I had been taken advantage of because I was willing to do this, and so if you're willing to do this, can you go ahead and do this? Can you go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
And you give an inch and they take a mile or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
And,
Yeah. That's another thing too.
Yeah, and because we're friends, you I guess some people just assume, hey, you're cool with doing this, and it's like I don't know,
and it's not even a question. They just go, hey, you'll do it.
Yeah, and video editing is fun to a degree, but more times than not, it's fun because the material that we've chosen to edit is fun.
Like our stuff, or if it's a project we're on. But
if you send me something that you want me to do, or if you say, hey, I want you to shoot this for me, and then I want you to edit it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unless I'm really invested in it, I'm not interested in doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're not going to, it sounds greedy and it sounds like selfish, but if you're not really going to pay me, or if you're not going to compensate me well, then I'm not going to. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly. But I think there's something to say to that too, because it actually just recently happened. So I'm doing, like he was saying, I do like video stuff on the side, and actually he's done video stuff for the same person before, and they're close to us. But
that wasn't particularly what I was talking about.
Oh, well, anyway, yeah. So, there was one that you were doing, and it was what they initially talked about was one video, correct?
No, it was 3 videos.
Oh, it was 3. Did you initially know that it was 3 videos?
Yes.
Okay, so with my situation here, because it's all about me, this is the Not With Colton Pettyjohn hour. I'm doing a video for a close friend of mine, and what they initially said was, hey, can you help me out with video, which I've helped with in the past. And I was like, absolutely. And they paid me for time, and I was completely fine with it. And then they brought out the whole, well, because of COVID, I don't know how much money I'll have to do stuff. And I was like, you know what, I'll just do because they initially told me like, hey, it's this type of video. It'll be like, it'll be one video, a short video. I want like pictures cut in or slides cut in every once in a while.
Something simple.
With my voice still over the stuff, which is perfectly something that I can do capability wise.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure. That won't take me long at all. And then once they sent me all of the stuff, they sent me a list that said, okay, video 1, I want this, video 2, I want this, video 3, I want this, video 4, I want this. And I went, 4 video. Okay. And initially I said, hey, I just want you to know that we talked about 1 video. When you're giving me 4, this will take a lot longer than we initially slated for the time.
Yeah.
So then they said, oh, well, I just figured since you said it was, kind of simple. So I kind of shot myself in the foot there. But they said, look, you just said it was so simple, could you do, 3 more or something? And I said, okay, sure. But next time, let's talk about the amount of work also. Because I said, it'll probably take me like 2 to 3 hours depending on when you send it. If you give me everything to edit, because I was just editing the video. I feel like I'm rambling. I can't wait for you to take over. But then so I just say, you know what, that's fine. I'll go through with it. We're good to go. But I think I was while editing it, it was not anything that I'm into, like the type of material that was happening. So during the whole thing, I'm pretty sure I was editing like this, like,
yeah.
And initially I thought it was like a 10-minute video or less, like 3 to 4 minutes or something. And every video was like 6 minutes, and the next one is 8 minutes, and then 13 minutes, and then the last one was 15 minutes or something.
Jeez.
I hope she doesn't see this. But anyway, I'm happy to do this for her, but just put everything out on the line at first, I guess.
And I guess I think it's better when you have a full understanding of their point of view of the other person, because I'm sure there have been times where I have asked something of someone and I didn't realize how much time it took or how much effort it took, and I just thought, oh, you can do it. And So just having a better understanding of, hey, this is people's jobs and this takes time and this isn't always fun and always super easy. That one situation that you were talking about, the frustrating thing is sometimes people aren't always totally upfront about everything. They sugarcoat it to make it sound a little better and easier. And then once you get in the midst of it, it's like, oh, there was one video that I did where I did it and I did it relatively quickly. I was like, oh, we're good to go.
Yeah.
I sent it back and they were like, okay, so we want to do some edits. I was like, okay, I can do edits.
Yeah, which is
fine. That's
normal.
A part of it.
You're like,
you're not going to get it perfect on the first try.
Right.
They probably
figure
out.
Unless they give you like a 30-page outline of like,
unless they tell you exactly.
Yeah. Then most of the time, you guys know if you're artistic, it's vague sometimes. Like, well, I have this idea. Now let's go and we'll figure it out.
But after about, I think it was on the first, they wanted 3 videos. On the first video, we went back and forth and had at least 7 edits on the first video.
Jesus.
And I was like, okay, what do you want?
Yeah.
Just let me know what you want. I want to be able to do this to the best of my ability, but
especially when they're not ready, they don't have everything planned out, and you're like, okay.
And you think this project will take a couple days for you to edit and do and be done with, and then it spans over
2 weeks.
2 weeks or something like that. And and you're spending, and like this is back when I was a teacher, and so I would try to get stuff done at work, but most of the time I was too busy teaching and stuff like that, so I couldn't really. So I would spend my free time at home. I would spend 4 to 5 hours after getting off work at 6. I'd get off at work at like 4:30. I'd be home at around 6 or whatever, eat dinner, and then I would spend the next 4 hours doing that. And so it's like, this isn't my favorite thing to do every evening on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. So anyways, just be considerate the next time that you reach out to one of your artistic friends or creative friends that is willing to help you out. Just be more considerate, maybe. I don't know.
But also, can all the people who are watching this that are artistic, that make music or logos or something, can you do all of this for free?
For free.
It'll be for exposure. That's what you want, right? Yeah. No, fuck off. Okay. On a lighter note, Colton.
Let's go.
On a lighter note that's funnier to me. Oh my. Okay. So sometimes when Colton has we slate talking about a story, it's because it makes me laugh so hard. But just like, you're good at storytelling.
Thank
you. And
I think I'm terrible, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you're better than me going, autistic, So like this, guys, buckle in, get some popcorn, put your thumb in your mouth. I don't know what you do to have a good time. Go ahead, Colton. How you going to start this one out? This was back when Colton was married.
It was before I was married.
Oh, sorry. This was before it all went to hell.
Yeah, so I first wanted to start off, and I'm not just saying this just to sugarcoat it or whatever, but back in my previous relationship, I had a really close relationship with her whole family.
I did too. I hung out with them.
Yeah.
I was there.
And they, for some reason, really liked me. They put me under their wings, and it was in a weird time in my life where I was just, my parents were there. My parents have always been there for me, but I kind of leaned on them and her family more than I did my own family. We just spent a lot of time with them, and they were very generous into opening their homes to me. I even lived at several of her relatives' house for a period of time. And so one October or something like that, it was around that time, her dad, my ex's dad, was like, hey, we should all, as a family, go on a cruise.
And he's just a fun guy. He likes having people around, likes cooking, and he's very inviting.
Yes.
Yeah. He's very inviting. He's a great dude.
To you and to a lot of my friends, he was always like, "Hey, come over. Let's grill out. Let's have some beers. Let's have a good time."
Didn't he say like, who's that gay best friend of yours or something? He's like, invite your gay best friend over. And
he was very on edge about you at first. Like at first, he was like, I think you made him a little uncomfortable.
Well, I'm pretty sure I slapped his ass. I was like, it's like, hey, Tony, great to meet you. And he was like, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Because he's a Southern dude, voted for Trump, has a gun, I think.
But anyways, so we would have a good time. And he was like, hey, I want to go on a vacation. And he was like, me, you, his daughter, and his son. Let's all. No, it was me, him. He was saying me, him, and I was like, that's awesome. So we ended up. We paid for ourselves, but we ended up going on this cruise together, and it was actually the weekend. That weekend, we adopted Nala.
Oh, little
and
girl!
But we had to
only one.
I know,
Sorry.
but we had to keep her in the. They were what's the word? Spading, neutering, whatever.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They kept her, and then when we came back, we picked her up. So, anyways, we go on this cruise, and it's during hurricane season. Which isn't the best time to go on cruises, but it's
Were they cheaper?
For sure.
Yeah.
So we go out there, and as we're on our way out to, I think we just went to Cozumel, and as we're on our way out there,
Do they have any pie there?
Caribbean. Okay.
So that's not Caribbean. Sorry.
So we're on our way out there, and the weather's really nice, and everything's good. The first night, my ex chooses not to go out. She's tired. So I went out with them, and we had a good time. We had a couple of drinks. We were out on the dance floor. We went to the nightclub. And
dude, I've never been on a cruise, and I would love to do that. I heard that there's a dance club and a pool in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you want a pool when there's an ocean? I guess you can't swim.
Well, you don't swim in the ocean while you're...
What? Why?
While you're on your way to...
Oh, I guess it's moving, right? But you're like, all right, guys, I'm going to swim, and then you're like...
So,
okay, we'll see you at the pool.
I think that would be a really good idea is if we just got a bunch of our friends together, if they have, a significant other, and we just spend...
No girls allowed.
No, you bring them.
Oh, you do?
Bring them on with us, and we just have a big group of like 10 or 15 people, and we just all go out and
I would love that.
Party for 5 days. It'd be fun.
And then we record a podcast while we're super hammered.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine?
Like the first 4 we recorded.
So we're out there having a good time. And so the second night, I think it's the second night, maybe the third night.
Third day.
The third day. So the wind starts to pick up a little bit, and the boat is starting to rock. And that night,
come a-knocking.
we chose everyone's going to come out. We're going to go out, and we're going to have a good time. Well, one of the really cool things about one of my ex's friends worked at a winery.
Oh, right.
And you could only bring, I don't know why, but you can only bring wine on, and you can bring 1 bottle per person. And so we chose to bring wine on. But we actually gave our friend liquor, and she could cork the bottles.
Yeah,
and so
nice.
We gave her rum, I think it was Jaeger, and I think...
That's smart.
Something else.
So you filled the empty wine bottles with rum and liquor and stuff, and then she...
Yeah.
Dude.
And I think we even at one point, one of them didn't really look like wine, and so they put like color food dye or something like that. So
look at that.
And so they inspect the bottles when you're getting on board. They inspect, so they look through, and I was just like,
I mean, they're like, going to be like,
they're like, okay, good,
cool.
And they so
I wonder if they look at it and go, yeah, this has vodka in it.
Yeah,
All right, guys. Like, I feel like they don't give a shit. They just want you to have a good time.
So we went on, and there was a bottle of rum. It was like Bacardi or something like that. And,
Makes me hearty.
And me and my ex's brother.
What's up, Jordan?
We chose to pregame, before we went out. And we were planning on buying drinks at the club or whatever, but we go back to the room, and one thing leads to another, and we completely down that entire bottle just between the two of us.
I thought for some reason you were
not a good idea.
I thought you were going to be like, one thing led to another, went to bed with Jordan instead of Amanda.
So by the time we get out there, I'm pretty toasty.
Yeah, so like what time was it when you guys pre-gamed, aka drank a bunch?
No clue.
Could you tell what time of day it was? Did you guys have a little like window?
It was towards the later half of the day. I think it was definitely towards the evening. And so
it was 1 p.m.
We had already I think we had already eaten dinner. And so I think we went back to the room, and we had some drinks, blah blah blah. So by the time I get out there, I'm already, and I know I am not always. I think I'm fun, but I think I'm annoying sometimes to deal with when I'm really drunk. And
I mean, no, you're not.
So I try to not get to that point, but I was definitely at that point. So we go out, and we've been at the club for a while. We're having a good time, and we eventually get to the point where my ex wasn't crazy about dancing, but she had enough to drink to where she was like, let's go on the dance. Mm-hmm. So we go on the dance floor, and we're out there dancing, and I've got my beer in my hand. And at this point, I switched over to beer, which is a smart, good sign for me. It's probably smarter just to stop drinking, period. But
what was in those beer bottles? Liquor?
It's better. No, it's better for me to go from liquor to beer, because if I continue on liquor, I'm gonna just flare right off into the sun.
Yeah,
and it won't be. How? I'm gonna go until I crash, and it's gonna explode, and it's not gonna be a good thing.
I don't want that to happen.
So
I can't carry this podcast alone.
So I'm out there with the beer, and I'm dancing, and I'm having a good time. And I'm at this point where I'm too far gone. Like I've had way too much to this point.
Been there, sister.
To where, when I drink, I normally have relatively the same thought process as when I'm sober. It's just a little amped up. It's just like my true thoughts and feelings are ramped up. So it's kind of like
weird. You're the only one.
It's kind of like like if you want to know the truth, get a couple of drinks in me, and I will probably be a little more honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be someone that I'm not. But if I go past a certain point, then it's like I don't know who that person is. And
he's a lot more slutty towards men.
I've done this. I've done it on a fun side, and I've done it on a not so fun side, where if I'm in a bad mood and I start drinking, I turn into this person that I don't know, I don't recognize. And the next day I'll be like, I'm so sorry. Like I would never do or say those things. Mm-hmm. And so that's the danger of alcohol. And my parents probably not proud of this, but so I'm out on the dance floor. We're having a good time.
They weren't there, so.
And she's having a good time. We're both dancing together, and it's just like, it's a hip hop groove. And for some reason, I'm out there and I'm like, this party's on 10.
Yep.
But you know what? We can crank this baby up a notch.
Oh.
And what will crank this? What's going to make this party? What's going to make this dancing? What's going to make this better?
Oh, can I guess? Can I try to guess?
No, don't guess.
Get up. You got up on the bar and started dancing and stripping and stuff.
That actually would probably be a better idea.
Oh. Is that
for
not what
sure?
happened?
That's not my thought process.
Well, what happened?
For some reason, I thought this is an epic night.
Yeah.
And you know what's going to make this so much more epic? Mm-mm. I look down and I have a beer bottle in my hand, and I was like, I'm just going to pour this beer on my ex's head. And it'll just crank up and I think I was thinking like you know, in the World Series when they're like shaking the bottles, dude. And they're like, pour it on. Like it's all good. We're going to have a great time.
Yep. Yeah.
I was thinking that's the kind of party we're at.
Yeah.
We're partying.
And she loved it.
And so I go, hell. And I poured it on her head. She immediately did not like that idea. Was very upset.
I am surprised.
Very upset.
She didn't like that. Jeez.
And
then what happened?
I don't blame her now. But at the time I was like, so she immediately was like, what? And like she didn't even react all that much. Like she did react, but immediately got super pissed and stormed back to the room.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there, and like she left, and again, little intoxicated, a lot intoxicated. I see her walk off, and I'm like, what's her problem? And then I'm just like, okay.
What's her problem?
And then I stay out on the dance floor, and I'm like, just grooving, and I'm just going with it.
Why is my beer empty?
Yeah, I'm like, Like I tried to drink it, I'm like, okay. I probably threw it like I was going. At that point, I'm like not even realizing what's socially acceptable, and so
he hits a kid, he dies. He probably deserved it. He was a little shit.
I'm out, still on the dance floor, and
how much time passed?
I don't know. But my brother-in-law comes up to me, and he goes, hey, you should probably go get her. She's really upset. And I was like, and I was like, why? And he was like, well, yeah. And he was like, you should probably go back to the room. So I go back to the room. She's in there. She's really upset. Well,
smells like beer for some reason.
I don't really remember all that happens, but all of a sudden, a little while later, like I said, the ship is going back and forth.
Oh.
I start to get sick.
Oh.
And I'm like wrapped around the toilet trying not to throw up or trying to throw up. And I don't remember if I ever ended up throwing up, but
I feel like you told me you did.
she goes, "That's what you get." Like I'm over there
Karma,
sitting there.
bitch!
I'm sitting there and I'm throwing up, and she was like, "That is what you get, karma." But I
want
will
a
say
divorce.
one sweet thing is, even though I was an idiot and I was a jackass and I did something really stupid, and she was glad I got what was coming to me, she did sit next to me and she would rub my back and she was like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you feeling better?" And so she still was sweet about it. But, and also a really weird note, but like she would rub my back, and then when she would stop, I'd go, "Aw." and then she started rubbing my back again, and I go, and then she'd stop and I go, "Aw." And I'm like, what am I, 4?
You know what would have turned you throwing up to 11 if she poured a beer on your head while you
That
were
would have
throwing
been
up.
great. Or if I threw up on her head.
Oh, come on, dude. That would turn it up to 15. But also, when he told me that story, whenever they came back, actually, I'm pretty sure Amanda told us the story. But at this point, she was like laughing about how stupid Colton was acting. But then when he said I poured the beer on her head, I started singing. I go, "Pour a beer on a bitch's head. Pour a beer on a bitch's head." And then I said,
By the
"Bitch."
way, you spelled "poor" wrong.
What did I do? What did I do? Which one did I do? Oh no! I did POOR. Jesus. I'm sorry.
I just think that's ironic because you always get on
I'm such
me
a
about
nuts about you doing that. But then when I said bitch, like pour the beer on a bitch's head, I look at Amanda, I was like, oh shit. And then she was dying laughing, and then she was like, pour a beer on a bitch's head. And
So-
ever since then we would sing.
Yeah, when we all lived together, it was me, you, Amanda, Meegs. I hope it's okay that I use her name. It's everyone knows.
Meegs is not her real name. Her real name is Megan something.
No,
something.
I'm talking about my ex.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever said her name, but I always
I
say
have.
ex and like whatever. So,
didn't
but we
say-
all had a really good time, and
Yeah.
like when we lived together, and
I can't believe I said-
we would sing that song. Even like Amanda she'd start singing that song. She'd be like, "Dang it, Drew! Like you got that song. So put a beat on it. Put it.
You can say it. Come on, it's our song.
I'm good.
Okay, I got it. But no,
But
and
yeah.
there would be random days where I would be like, I think I would get home before you guys most of the time. But there was one day I remember because it was hilarious because she was yelling it. But I was in my room. My door was open, but the door opens. Nala goes to the thing, and Nala does her like little. She does like whenever you get to the door, she like goes ah. She's on her back legs, and Amanda starts dying laughing, and she goes, "Put a beer on a Nala's head. Put a beer on it." And I just started dying laughing because I made that happen. Also, I can't believe I spelled poor wrong. I did POOR like an idiot. I did not even. I think I just typed it really quickly, and also my fat thumbs. It probably
Yeah, it's okay.
auto. It was autocorrect.
Sure. So I don't stand by what I did. I think it was
do. Great
definitely a
story.
stupid idea.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for being upset.
Is that why?
I've had several people tell me that if that would have happened to them, they would have punched me in the face. Again, I would not blame you. It was probably one of the stupidest things because like most times when I drink, like I can see where I'm coming from. I can see, I get it. Why did? But after I was like, why? Who would in their right mind would ever think that's a good idea?
Well, you weren't in your right mind, and also you watch sports, and when they win a tournament
I guess
or
that's
something,
my justification. I don't know.
yeah, they usually don't use beer. It's usually champagne, and there's lots of it, and they have glasses, the little Oakley glasses.
They also do. I think Budweiser sponsors a lot of that stuff, and you'll see the Budweiser. Hey, I want to find a picture of someone pouring beer on the head, and there's my justification. Never mind, I don't feel bad about it anymore.
How dare
Party.
you divorce my friend?
Let's party on it.
Anyway, that's
Hope
really
all is well with her.
We love Amanda to death.
Yeah, we
I
love
make fun of her, but she got a beer poured on her. You dummy! I'm just kidding. Well, that's
was fun stuff.
We're ending on that one. I can't beat that. I'm not following that with a story about me pooping myself. I'll save that for
we
next
need
week.
that.
It's
Those
good.
are really good. I love those stories as well.
You know what's sad?
What?
I said poop story, and you go stories. So now they know that it has happened multiple times. So thank you.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
Me neither.
You totally outed yourself.
No, I didn't. Fine, we'll go to Andy's. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Colton, hit him with something.
Yeah, and a lot of times, if you want us to talk more about things that are happening in society or stories like that, I don't mind talking about Corona or whatever the heck. Or
we talked about it.
If there's but if there's like a fun story, like a what is it? The modern culture,
Modern Family,
events,
current
events, modern day current. I don't mind talking about that kind of stuff too, but we enjoy. I don't know I hope you like our stories.
Yeah.
We like to tell stupid, random stories in our past and really random stories.
Come on, dude. We never made that joke.
I hope you enjoy the stories. Sometimes I think maybe they're more fun and funny to us than they may be to other people because you don't really know it. But I hope you enjoy it. Let us know if you like the stories and if you enjoy those. But thanks for the time. I really had fun with this one. I hope that
I'm keeping it. I'm not shaving it.
I hope that you still let us around your kids. I promise I won't touch them inappropriately.
There's a lot of cute kids around here.
Oh God, gross. I honestly don't know how long I'm gonna. I may keep this for a second.
Dude, it's pretty good.
I may go to work on Monday and
don't wear the glasses though.
I won't.
You know what you should do? Keep the mustache and part the hair you have left down the middle.
You gonna stick with that?
Yeah. Well,
you feel good about that?
I feel great, actually. Pour the beer on the hairless head. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for all the people who liked the Hot Ones video.
Yes.
Seriously, like all the love we've gotten and the dislikes. That's really cool. Shove it up your ass. But hey, listen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. That's our most watched video by far as of late. And so we're gonna start doing more of the. We've wanted to do more of the videos, and we wanted to start out with a bang and then just completely tail off from there.
Trickle off. But if you would subscribe, if you like this video, like the video, comment. We would love to hear your comments. Share it, rate it, whatever. We really appreciate all the feedback. We are slowly but surely starting to build more on our following and stuff like that. And we just really appreciate everyone's support and love. And again, we want to continue to do local loves. So if you have someone that has their own business, especially during this time of really, it's hard for small businesses to stay open. So let us know. We would love to shout you out. We would love to, talk about your business and support you in whatever way we can. And we appreciate your support of us. Hey, y'all have a good freaking week.
All right. And week, because it's Monday.
It's Monday.
You know what?
Let's get it started off on a good note.
Monday fun day. Woo! I hate anyone who says that. And if you do, I'm going to pour a beer on your bitch old head.
Thanks for watching. Awkward.
I'm going to touch your kids.
Okay.